Hello ladies, and welcome to the second video. We are going into week 2 of the wilderness journey, and I'm just really still in a place of excitement. If you're in a situation right now where you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you have some things going on with you in your life and you can't quite process it. You know there are things that you yearn to do more in your life. You know there's some things that maybe is happening in your life, some battles that you're struggling with, and you're not sure what your next steps are. That's the purpose of the wilderness journey. It is to help us get through those next steps, and then it provides a community so you can get through it together. Right now, I'm just starting with sharing the foundational principles. There are certain principles that I have discovered myself that has helped me along the way, and I'm going to share those principles with you over the course of the next few weeks, maybe a couple of months, whichever fits us the best, okay? And then I'm going to guide you into just preparing yourself how to get on the other side of pain, how to get on the other side of hurt, how to get on the other side of grief, because it is possible. It is actions that you can actually take. All you have to do is be willing to do it, and all you have to do is be willing to commit and be consistent with it, and you will definitely see the result. How much is this going to help somebody else? So, dealing with week 3, I have one question. Am I willing to be honest and truthful with myself? That is your next question. To deal with the honesty and the truthfulness about what you have going on that you have already accepted. Remember, in week 1, for our last principle, the first week, we talked about acceptance. And this week, we're going to be talking about truth and honesty. I was in a position in which I was questioning the things that were happening in my life. And as I was questioning them, I kept asking myself the same questions. They all started with, am I willing to do this? Am I willing? Am I willing? And as I processed those questions, I was able to take a inner look, self-reflection at myself, and to get some things uncovered about myself that allowed me to start processing my thoughts, my beliefs, and my actions. And it led to healing for me. It took me some time. And that's why I'm hoping that if I'm sharing this with you now, that it won't take some of you as long as it took me. If it does, it's okay. But if I can help assist and push it along a little bit more, then that is the purpose of me sharing this information now. And then you will find, once you end that stuff that was your old self, the old things that you used to do, the things that you no longer want to be a part of, then you can move into a new you, a more refreshed you, a more peaceful you, a you that's better for yourself, a you that can be better for those who are around you. And that's where I want you to be. Once you get there, you'll be able to share this yourself with other people, and you're going to help others push through. Be willing to feel the things that you're going to feel. Man, I tell you, I could really make a whole nother lesson or even workbook about embracing your feelings, because you have to feel in order to heal. That sounds a little cliche, but that is what it is. You definitely have to embrace the feelings and emotion that you're going through so that you can understand them, process them, and heal through it. And from that, let's go ahead and get started with week 2. Am I willing to be truthful and honest with myself? When we start tackling with self-honesty, when we start getting to this point, it kind of starts putting you in a place of revealing. It reveals some things about yourself that you might hadn't really wanted to deal with. This is where we get in a place where we're either content and saying, okay, what I have right now is enough. And if it's enough for you, okay, fine. But if it's not enough for you and you're feeling like there's more for you and you can't quite figure out, well, how can I not get out of this place of being stuck? This is what this section is for. This is where honesty can actually set you free. So think about this. Why is self-honesty so hard? Why is it that we get in this place and feeling like I am afraid to be honest with myself? Because once you start being honest with yourself, you have to start seeing that the choices that you're making for yourself might not be the best choices for you. I was putting myself in a situation where I truly did feel like I was not worth having certain things in my life that I felt like I should deserve to have. I started putting myself in a place thinking those things in life, that kind of love, that love is not for me. I don't deserve that kind of love because I'm not in a place or I'm not in an appearance where I could have that kind of love. Or that kind of money, that money is not for me. I didn't grow up having that kind of money. So that kind of money where you can have those type of things and go out and shop and travel the way you want, that's not for me. And I really felt like certain type of friendships and certain type of happiness wasn't for me. And I didn't deny not having it. I didn't say I couldn't have it. It's just what I believe subconsciously to be my own truth. And so I never really even in my situation decide that's something I needed to even look into. That's the reason why we have to start with acceptance, because I was in a situation where I was refusing to accept that that was not the healthiest thing for me. I was refusing to believe that in this situation where I'm in right now, it's not going to lead to any growth. You're just going to be where you are. And if you're going to choose to be there, you're going to get stuck there, and you have to believe that to be your new truth. And I just did not want to believe that. That is how we start deceiving ourselves. That is where the point where you start having to realize, I have just believed a truth that is not even real. Because if you are a person, let's say, if you have low self-esteem, that you're not confident enough to believe that things that you desire to have in life, you cannot have it. Oh, well, I'm married now and my kids are my priority. I started having children. I have to make sure I take care of the house. I have to make sure that my kids are okay. I have to make sure that now that my parents have gotten in a certain age and I got to be able to take care of them. And so now everything you're doing is about everybody else but yourself. But in your heart, you feel like there's something more I could be doing. It might be a thought that just processed through your head. You might even be at a stage to where it hurts so much that it's leading you into a state of depression, to where you can't even hardly get out of bed some days. Your heart and your mind and the pleasant parts of you have diminished. That if you are showing up every day, you're showing up not your true self. You are actually showing up with a smile, but hurting on the inside. I know this to be true because I've done it so many times. If I ever go around a person or people I know in my job and I'm not smiling one day, they really think something's wrong with me because I'm always smiling. But at that time, especially over the past couple of years, my smile did not represent how I truly felt inside, because inside I was hurting. And I wasn't at a place where I could be honest about my hurt and pain, because I had decided that the path that I was on was the best path that was for me, because that's what I chose. And because I chose it, I felt like you can push forward with this, because in the future it's going to change. It will get better. Just keep doing it. Just keep pushing through it, girl. You're going to be all right. You don't have to worry about anything. It's going to get better. And I kept believing those same lies over and over again. I kept telling myself, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. But internally, my peace and my joy was disrupted. And that's when I started really getting some clarity. Because until I got the honesty that I needed and the truth, and when I start asking myself, am I willing to be truthful about this? this is not really what I signed up for. I wanted to do this, but I didn't want to do it this way. Because in this way, I feel like a part of me is being taken away that I cannot get back. And is it worth it? So I started going to God for clarity. To me, going to God meant I had to get in a place where it was still and quiet. Now, fortunate for me, God had put me in situations that I really, now that I can look back, I can tell He was putting me in situations to be alone, so that He took out the distractions for me. I didn't even have to do it on my own. At the time, I thought I was losing things because maybe I was being punished. I felt like maybe people didn't want to be around me. I felt like it was the outside things that happened, but I didn't really tune in to the spiritual things. Because remember, I told you this journey can get very spiritual, because it is a spiritual awakening, and that takes belief. And at that point in time, I really didn't believe in those things to that extent. But my mind started going there. And I'm like, you know what? God has been with me a lot of years. And every time He pulls me to a place, I turn away from it. I walk away from it. That was another truth of mine. My truth also was that God would put something in front of my face and said, this is the path I want you to take. And I would say no. Not like that. But my choices were showing I felt like my way was better. And because the push and the path that I was on, there was so much resistance. I thought the challenges were building me, but the challenges were like, that's not the way He wanted me to go. But I made those choices to go that way. So as I start praying more, getting away, because the reason why I say you have to get away from things, because other people can distract you. Even the things that you watch on TV or social media can be a distraction, because you are in a place where you're hurting and pain. And then you can go on social media and you'll start the comparison game where you see other people who you feel like, oh, they're doing so good. Oh man, look at them. They're traveling. Oh, they look so happy together. Oh, they just had a new baby. Oh, so good for them. Oh my gosh, look at that family. They're doing so great. I'm so proud of them. I'm good. I'm so happy with them. But those things are not for me. And those things are not happening for me. And so that depression starts sinking in, because you start comparing to like, why am I here and they are there? What did I do wrong? Those are lies. Those are not your truth. But those are the things that you start to believe. So in order to really truly hear your truth, you have to shut down all that outside noise. You have to shut down the comparison. You need to get off of Facebook for a little while. You need to get off of Instagram. You need to get off of TikTok. Just say, even if it's for 5 days, get off of it so you can hear what God has for you. And then start turning toward God. How do you turn toward God? Well, one of the things I started doing, I actually just started reading my Bible, because that's what worked for me. And then we do have apps now, because certain Bibles might have the wording that you don't understand. I am one person that say that if you read something and you don't understand it in the way that it is, find a way that you can understand. I'm a teacher, and I understand that every child, they don't learn the same. We have different ways that we learn. Some people are visuals. Some people like to hear things. Some people like to draw things that are visionary. Whatever your learning style is, please embrace it. Embrace what your learning style is, and then take that in for your growth. So you can listen to videos, you can listen to podcasts, you can go onto YouTube and search hearing from God, or search what you're going through and ask God, how do I heal from this? Just whatever it is, just start pushing things in your brain that has to deal with healing and have to deal with understanding, maybe wisdom. A good place I like to start with when I'm reading my Bible is Proverbs, because Proverbs really truly do give you some clear cut scriptures of wisdom and understanding. And sometimes that's just what we need. And then if you can apply some of the things, then you can actually take the things that are happening in your life You could look at your situation and understand that's not what God wants for you. Because sometimes we're maybe, for example, hanging around a crowd that isn't aligned with the way you want to go in life. And in the scripture, it will say that's not what God wants for you. He don't want you to be aligned that way. He wants you to be wise in this situation. He wants to make sure that you are teaching your children in the direction that they need to go. In those scriptures, you can learn healing. You can learn wisdom. And that's what I did. Seek a counselor, seek a person who is a mentor. Stay tuned into this channel and definitely you will learn more as you go. That's the reason why I feel like I'm here, because maybe somebody can connect to what I'm saying. Maybe we can build a community and support here in this platform that's going to help some women, because this is directly directed toward helping you heal. So just think about that. But go to God, find some clarity. Once I got there, I had, well, I can say this. Once I start getting my clarity, I start hearing God tell me, I want more for you. I want you to have more. There is something within you that you don't see that I see. You keep saying you can't speak in front of people. I say you can. You keep saying that you are afraid for people to hear your voice and that you have no voice. God said you have a voice, and I want you to use that voice. These are the things that I truly start hearing God speak to me, and I start questioning it. Like, it's not for me. I don't like talking in front of people like that. Even now, when I'm on my videos, sometimes I stumble over my words. And I have to think about this scripture that God brought to me about Moses, that he had a plan for Moses, and he wanted Moses to do something. He wanted Moses to go speak to the people. But Moses was just like, I can't do this. I got to stutter. I could relate to that really and truly when I start reading that, because I'm like, why send me? Because I got some flaws. And I'm not perfect. I don't know a lot about God like that. I don't know about the scriptures like that. I can't repeat scriptures like some people do. I don't have a perfect record. I got a history. I got a past. There's some things I did that I shouldn't have done. And those things still haunt me today. But I had to go through the scriptures, read the stories. And those stories meant a lot to me in my adult life, than more so than it did when I was younger. Because in my adult life, I can see people who went through things who were not the best of people, but God went to them to heal them. God allowed them to be the people who show other people how to be. And it was without judgment. I didn't grow up thinking like that. I felt like people, especially in church, had to be a certain type of way. So those are things I had to be honest with. And then once I went to God and he started saying, have more trust in me, believe in me, trust me, have faith. And I started listening to that. Like, okay, how do I trust you? How do I have faith? What am I supposed to do with that? Am I willing to do it? This is the process I'm telling you we're going to go on. Because now that you're hearing from God, now that you know God wants you to trust him, something is going to start speaking to you. And you're going to start learning, okay, what does that mean to trust God? God, I felt like I have faith. Even if you got a little bit of faith, to just say, God, I'm going to just have faith in you today. And keep that faith and believe in that faith. It's going to move you toward change. And you have to believe that to be true. It makes me emotional just thinking about it, because I feel it in my heart and soul that this is where God wanted me to be. And I denied it so many times because I couldn't believe that truth. It just wasn't in me to believe in that type of spiritual way. So I could read the Bible. I can see the things in the Bible of what Jesus did and what Moses did. And I was becoming very skeptical because, you know, that is the Capricorn in me. But I had the tendency to not believe. And however, there was things that were happening in my life that I could not do anything but believe it. And along the way, you'll hear more about those stories. So now that you're there, you'll find out that honesty can lead you to the emotional freedom. Get it out so you can grow. Feel so you can heal. I'm going to say that a lot because it seemed like it got a little ring to it that I'm loving. Feel it so you can heal from it. Because now once you're there and you're honest with yourself, you'll start seeing, yeah, I need to change. Yeah, it's something I'm not doing. I'm content. I'm stuck. I desire to have more, but I become very complacent. I have become okay with settling. Don't be okay with settling. Don't do that. It's okay. Sometimes I try to watch my words because I don't want you to think I'm saying that some people have things in their life that they're okay with. So let's say, for instance, some people desire big houses, huge houses, mansions. I don't want a mansion. I don't want to clean up that much house. I don't want to have a whole bunch of space where people think, okay, I can come over your house and just stay with you for a little while because you got plenty of rooms. That's not for me. I'm okay with a smaller house. I'm okay with taking a house and fixing it up and making it just enough cozy for me. That doesn't mean I'm settling for less because I have something that's smaller. I hope that makes sense. Like a lot of people want big, huge Tesla trucks. I don't want that Tesla truck. I don't want it because I just don't like it. It's not for me. It is not things that I desire. I've been a person who's more simple at nature. I've never been a really big materialistic person, meaning I don't have to have Louis Vuitton and I don't have to all the other brands. That's never been me. So just because my heart don't desire those things doesn't mean like I'm settling for less because those are the things I don't have in my life. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying more so that if you are in a position in your life right now where you're hurting, and when you're hurting, you could be hurting because you are in a relationship that's not bringing you any growth. You could be hurting because you're allowing your kids to walk over you. You're not having your kids to respect you. You're just doing for everybody else and nobody's doing for you. You feel underappreciated. You feel depressed. You could be hurting because you lost somebody. I know this oh too well. My heart hurts so bad when I start thinking about people that I miss that I wish that were here right now. And my truth is they are gone. I'm still here. So I can either continue to stay in a place of missing them, wanting them to come back, wishing I could talk to them. I could stay there and be complacent with that. And every day just wake up just sad, missing my mama, sad, missing my daddy, hurt because my brother and my sister gone, feeling like I miss my uncle, I miss my aunties, but they gone, baby. And the truth is that as much as I want them to come back, they're not going to come back. And so I had to accept the new truth of reality that I can either settle with that and settle with my new life of being sad and depressed every day, or I can make a choice to lean in and have faith and trust in God to see if He can heal me from this. And it might be a process. It's probably some things I'm going to have to go through because I got to deal with this new life that I'm living. And even though I have to deal with this new life that I'm living, it's going to be okay. And that's what God is telling me. And that's what God wants me to tell you. That no matter what it is that you're going through, whatever that truth is, get the truth out, start there, and then you're going to be on your next stage to this process of healing. And this is where you want to be. So, if you're in a place right now where you're feeling, I'm unworthy, I'm not enough, and I don't matter, and I have to settle, let's start being honest with that part. Let's start there. And then I want you to think, if you're saying those things, pause and take a moment and just say it. Who told me that? Who told me I'm not worthy? Who told me I need to settle? Who told me I'm not enough? Where did you hear that from? Where did that happen in your brain, child? Who told you that once your loved ones are gone, there's no more living? Who told you that? Did you tell yourself that? Because if you start reading your scriptures and you go into the Bible, look at how many people who passed and left. And then look at the life of what happened when the ones who were still remaining. What were their jobs? What did they have to do? What was the goal? God don't want us to sit in depression. He don't want us to be settled in sadness. He wants us to have joy. He wants us to have peace. He wants that for you, so that you can spread that joy and peace to others. That's what it's about. Like, once you start healing, you heal others. Because it's just like when somebody say word of mouth. You know, I can get more done if somebody else spread the news for me. But what we want to do is we want to spread the good news. We don't want to spread the bad news. A lot of people like to spread the gossip. We spread gossip all day, all night, but we don't want to spread the good. The good is what's healed. If we could spread so much goodness, just think of how much our world would be better if people could take in more of the good. But unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in. That with the good, there comes the bad. But even though when there's the things in life that doesn't go our way, how are you responding to it? And that's where we'll get to next week. Because once we get the clarity and once you start getting the honesty, then you're going to start being able to do the mental work. So I'll leave you with a scripture. God wants to meet you with wisdom. He wants you to be comfortable, and he wants you to have guidance. Don't feel like you're in this alone, because you're not. In Psalms 139:23, God says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my anxieties." The heart is where it starts. Your heart, it might be hurting. You might be full of worry, stress, anxiety, pain. God wants to search that for you. He wants you to understand that part of you. Don't deny it. Don't look over it. Don't push it under the rug. Don't act like it don't exist. Admit that it exists. Understand it exists. And then say, this is not for me and this is not how I want to live. I don't want to live in hurt and pain and suffering. I want to heal from that. And then when you open your heart and you acknowledge that truth, God will be able to heal you. That was the process I had to go through. I had to go through the same thing. So I understand. I'm not through yet. I'm still in the midst of this thing, but I'm on the other side of it, because now I have accepted those hurts. I have accepted the pains. I have accepted my truth, and I started taking action. I started doing the mental work. I started pushing through the suffering. I started being patient. I started waiting. I started letting go. And it felt so good, because now you can ask, one day you're going to think, well, she's saying this stuff like it's a good thing. It is good. Once you get on the other side of it and you start feeling the benefit from it, you start seeing the results from it, it's going to make you feel like, okay, now I can actually get through this. Okay. So don't worry. Don't stress. Just join in on the community. Go ahead. Make sure you start with the free PDF and download that first principle. Now, once you get to principle number 2 and principle 3, you'll start finding out with those principles, there will be a small charge. Trust me, it's going to be worth it, because it's going to be valuable. That's why I have the first principle for free, so you can try it out first, see if this is for you. And then if you see it's for you and you see the value of it, you'll be ready for the foundational principles of 2 or 3. And then the big lunch in 2026 is going to be so amazing, because then I'll be able to start the 8-week program. That is going to be really where a lot of the healing is going to begin. We'll be able to go through those 8 principles all the way. We'll have the 3 set. We'll have 4 more to go through, but everything is a process. That's the reason why I didn't want to deliver it all at one time, because I want you to see, take the journey with us. Start with 1, go to 2, and so on and so forth. And we're going to get through this thing together. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and definitely comment. All your feedback only does your feedback helps me grow. Your feedback helps the platform grow. So please make sure you're doing those things, and I will do the other things. And you guys, I will see you next week so that we can start on the third principle. Am I willing to do the mental work? It's going to be so good because I'm going to provide you with some tools in which you can do that mental work. Have fun, dive into your journal, and keep asking yourself, am I willing?